was I? Oh yeah. So I picked up the knife and the axe, and I put it next to him. And after about an hour of waiting, it was excruciating. An hour. He finally woke up, and so it's very typical when you kidnap someone and they wake up taped or forced to be somewhere that they don't want to be. They'll start screaming, right? And so he's stuck taped to a chair. So obviously he started screaming for help. But with the duct tape on his mouth made it a little bit difficult for words to get out of his mouth. The whole point, you can't have someone coming in and ruining all my fun. So there I was, staring at him, smiling, got a nice little grin on my face, and I realize, what fun is it to kill someone when they're not afraid? And yeah, he's probably afraid that. So I just kidnapped him. Obviously, he's naturally gonna be a little bit afraid, but I really wanted to put some fear into him, and so I did. It was real simple, too. It was very simple to do. All I had to do to put more fear in him was I just had to start brainstorming ideas on how I was gonna kill him. But I had to do that out loud so he could hear me. And when he heard me, he was instantly 10, 100, 1,000 more times afraid of what I was gonna do to him, and I was gonna do to him. So he had every right to be afraid. And so I started saying out loud, I could cut off some fingers, I could scoop out an eyeball, I could pull out teeth, I could cut off his tongue, I could cut him 100 times, I could brand him, I could suffocate him, I could drown him, I could electrocute him. Oh, there was just so many things I could do to him. And so after brainstorming a couple of ideas here and there, when I realized he was really afraid, I stopped and I looked at him and I said, this is my first time killing someone. Did you know that? I'm excited myself now. I don't know how the experience is for you, so I asked him, how is your day going? And as he's talking, well, not really talking, he was more screaming for help again, I grabbed the knife and I cut off his fingers. All of them. All of them. A lot of them. It sounded pretty painful. His right hand's now missing 4 fingers. And he stops screaming for help and he starts screaming. Probably in pain. But I didn't want to stop there. I hadn't killed him yet. I had to keep going, right? So I stood back and I was debating what to do next. Was I gonna cut him? Was I gonna burn him? Was I gonna suffocate him? There's so many things you can do. So I had to think for a second there. And in that moment of me thinking, he actually got out of the duct tape. Now, I personally thought that my duct tape job was pretty good, but apparently it wasn't. So he ran out of my apartment, number 69, and he started running, trying to get help and all that. And I couldn't let that happen, so I ran after him. This fella was actually pretty fast, too. I just cut off his fingers, I kidnapped him, he was scared, he was in pain, maybe there was a bunch of adrenaline going on, but that little sucker could actually run pretty fast. Me personally, if this were to happen to me, I probably would have passed out in pain. But he didn't. And so he kept running, and, well, I couldn't let him get to cops or to someone that could call cops or anything. And so finally, after 2 minutes of full-on sprinting for him, which is a long time to run, by the way, I caught him. And I pinned him to the ground. And, he got a little bit of blood on me, on my shirt, and I don't like blood on me. That wasn't fun. That was more gross. So then I thought, well, I'm a pretty busy man. I got a lot I gotta do. I don't have time to mess around with kids. So, I had to kill him. There was no more time to torture him. I had other stuff I had to get to do. So, I took the knife and I stabbed him right into that neck of his. I don't suggest that. The neck, it actually lets out a lot of blood. It's pretty gross, actually. So next time I kill someone, it's gonna be a lot more of a clean kill. And so after about 30 and 40 a minute seconds of him sitting on the ground, he was dead. I let him bleed out. So obviously I couldn't just let him leave. I couldn't just let him just left there on the street of New York City. That's so gross. That's sanitary. So I had to pick him up and I had to carry him back to my apartment. Now, this fellow weighs quite a bit, unknowingly, but it was worth it. So I brought him back and I decided I didn't really want his dead body in my apartment. So I cut him into pieces. I took that axe, I picked it up, I chopped off his head, I chopped off both his arms from his body and his legs from his body, and I put them in a box. A box is a little bit cleaner. I didn't have much to offer. It's not like I bought a casket for him. That's just creepy, and I'm not a creepy dude. I'm just a curious dude. And so I put him in a box, and I didn't want him in my house. That's gross. So I was walking around with the box and I passed a couple people and, friendly little fellas. So I just waved at them and smiled and walked by. And there was a couple of weirdos walking the street. There's one dude, he was meowing. And it's around 10 o'clock now. And this dude's walking on the streets in New York meowing. Kind of annoying, actually. Anyways. And I came across this dude's house. And I said, well, that looks like a pretty house to store a body. So I went into their backyard, and I put that box of body parts in their backyard. They had woods in their backyard, and I left it there. I didn't bury it or anything. The animals, if they wanted to, they could come and eat the rest of what was there. And so I left, and that was the story of my first kill. And torturing wasn't really my style. I enjoyed putting fear into him, but I don't have time for that. So I've killed probably around 200 other people, and I still haven't gotten caught. I'm in my apartment videotaping myself, so that you guys can see what it's like. In case you want to do it. So here I am, waiting for my time to be up, but it's not up yet. I still have at least 3 more people on my bucket list that I want to eliminate. So, if this inspired any of you fun people to go out and, kill someone, I do recommend it. It is great. Now, some of you might be more into torture, but I didn't have the time for that, so I'm more of a clean kill kind of guy. I just kill, get it over with, and ditch the body. My annoying neighbor next door to me, he's one of those guys on the bucket list that I want to kill. He sings a lot. It's really annoying. He has some sort of solo, I guess, that he's trying to prepare for. I don't know. I never liked singing. I wasn't good at it either. So I think I'm gonna kill him next. And then the 2 more people I have left. And then after that, I think I might turn myself in. Because my time is almost up. Without death, life has no meaning. Which is why I've been killing people. You gotta live for death. So, that's the story of my first kill, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, I hope this inspires you, and I hope that you guys sometime soon go out and kill someone, because it is really fun. I hope that you guys tell me your stories about how your first kill went, and if you enjoyed it or not. Thank you.